What's shaking, Gucci gang? This time for sure, this week, I will actually say Gucci gang. Because apparently, last week, I said Gooch gang. Here it is. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. I almost slipped up just then, but it's okay. Because we got news. And it is a big week for news. What a week. To start off with, from last Saturday, we have The Block. And it is crazy. It is a Luke Man card. I can't believe it, but I can believe it because I'm saying about it because it's right there. The Block. Normal trap card. Requirement: when your opponent's monster is normal or special summoned in face-up attack position, and if your opponent controls 2 or more monsters, effect: choose up to 2 level 8 or lower face-up attack position monsters your opponent controls and change them to face-up defense position. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. That's a decent block. It's not as strong as what it was in the show, but that's okay because we don't really care. It's a decent block. But at the same time, specifying level 8 or lower means that it will not affect fusion and maximum monsters. It's a bit of a shame, but it's okay. It's okay. We like the block. Even if we probably won't use the block, or we won't use it as a 3 of or whatever, we still like it anyway just for the artwork. A different bit of news, we got Battle Pack 2023 Volume 3 coming out. Meteor Black Dragon getting a reprint. At long last, you'll finally be cheaper and easier to get. But then we have reprints of Soleil, the Sky Savior Angel, Cyber Processor reprint, in which he now becomes a hollow, which is terrific. I think he should have been super rare anyway. XQT Lucy, Giftarist, and finally we got Royal Demon's Bay Guitar, Royal Demon's Baby Bass, and Royal Demon's Kid Drum. Pretty good. It's good just to see them more than anything else, but I'm wondering now if we'll see some support in the future that might specifically ask for them. We have for the last 2 reprints Hydro Cannon Big Bluefin and the Star Dragon. We've also finally got the remaining cards of the Voice Structure deck. The reprints are Here's Zanru, Trade In, Silent Doom, Eternal Freeze, Double Doom Dragon, and Dragon Double Doom. They were standard reprints though anyway for this deck. It was pretty obvious that they were coming. Also, when the deck's out, should be in that week, be on the lookout for a duel video where I will be using the new Blue Eyes deck against I don't even know yet. I haven't even thought that far ahead. All I want to do is use that deck, show it off, and just talk about it. And now for the most obvious things to have come from the new pack that's coming out this November. We have a print of Darkness Drake. Level 1 Dark Dragon Normal Monster, Attack 0, Defense 1000. It was obvious it was going to come. The pack's name was Red Reboot of Darkness, because now we've also got Red Reboot Enhanced Boost Dragon. Level 9 Dark Dragon Fusion Effect Monster, Attack 2800, Defense 2500, Materials, Red Boot Boost Dragon, and Darkness Drake. Requirements: shuffle 1 monster from your graveyard back into the deck. Effect: choose up to 3 dark monsters in your graveyard and inflict 100 damage to your opponent times the combined total of the levels of the chosen monsters. Also, this card gains 100 attack times the combined total of the levels of the chosen monsters until the end of the turn. Then shuffle the chosen monsters back into the deck. This is really good, but it just follows how it was in the show. But it's really good. I think it's really good. Obviously, if you picked 3 level 7 dark monsters, that's 2100 damage, and then it would also gain 2100 attack. It has so much potential to be way powerful. And it's also the cover card as well, so it has to be good. The pack's even named after it. Coming with him is Striping Wyvern. Level 1 Light Dragon Effect Monster, Attack 0, Defense 0. Requirements: send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard, and send this face-up card you control to the graveyard. Effect: special summon 1 Bluetooth Burst Dragon or Red Boost Dragon from the hand to your face-up field in defense position, Then you can choose and add one Dragon's Burst fusion or Dragon's Boost fusion from your graveyard to your hand. Really good card. Definitely an instant 3 of. It's very good. It makes fusions so much easier, because now you don't have to tribute 2 monsters just to get those 2 out. And then it really saves on your hands as well. And the requirement as well of sending the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard can also help fill up the graveyard then for red reboot enhanced boost dragon. And then coming with Stripe and Wyvern is Flap Dragon. And his brother, Flip Dragon. But first, let's talk about Flap Dragon. Level 1 Light Dragon effect monster, attack 0, defense 200. Requirement, send 1 dragon monster from the hand to the graveyard. Effect, choose 1 face down defense position monster your opponent controls and change the face up attack position. If the only face up monsters you control are dragon monsters, then you can choose 1 Flip Dragon in your graveyard, special summon it to your field and face up defense position. I think it works better as like tribute fodder, but maybe that's just me. But also as well, it can be pretty decent, I suppose. If your opponent's trying to play defensively, like, you could force their stuff into attack position. So it could be good. Well, let's have a look at Flip Dragon. Let's see what he's saying. Flip Dragon, level 2 Light Dragon effect monster, attack 200, defense 0. Requirement, send 1 dragon monster from the hand to the graveyard. Effect, choose 1 attack position monster your opponent controls and change the face down defense position. If the only face up monsters you control are dragon monsters, then you can choose 1 Flap Dragon in your graveyard and special summon to your field and face up defense position. That's pretty cool. You can just keep flipping and flapping your opponent's card like if you really want to. I wouldn't want to, but like at the same time, it also makes it easier as well. Like if you got something dead in your hand, like another dragon monster, then maybe you want to use a red reboot enhanced boost dragon to use his effect on it. Maybe you just want to send it to the graveyard. Could be good. Could be good. Trying to find space for the deck is even harder. Now the one she's got a new spell card, Dragonic Progress. Normal spell cards, requirement, place 1 card from the hand on the bottom of the deck. Effect, choose 1 level 1 light or dark dragon monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. Then you can choose 1 Dragon's Burst fusion or Dragon's Boost fusion in your graveyard and add them to the hand. It's really good, it recovers materials. It's just, again, I think it's just another 3 of, isn't it? Finally, Star Salvation Shield, normal trap card, requirement. When your opponent draws a card during their turn, or when your opponent no longer special summons a monster during their turn, send 1 monster you control to the graveyard. Your opponent can only attack once this turn. Then you can choose 1 face-up level 9 or higher magical knight fusion monster with an original attack of 3000 your opponent controls and gain control of it. This is really pointed. This is like really pointed. It almost makes me think that it's an anime card that is just revealed a bit too early, because there's like two cards that I can pick from. 7's Chariot the Magical Knight and 7's Gears the Magical Dragon Knight. This feels really pointed, like it's meant to be used against Yugioh. I feel kind of bad now. I had more to say about the fact that like it was just super pointed and it's probably an anime spoiler than anything else. The artwork's stunning though. At least we can all agree on that. The artwork's pretty nice. But what's even nicer is the thing I was speaking about. I swear I must have mentioned this like 100 times. 0 attack cat support. And guess what's come out? 0 attack cat support. Let's have a look. The first card to come out, Lucky Familiar. Level 1 Air Spellcaster effect monster, attack 0, defense 400. Requirement, none. Effect, send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Then you can choose 2 straight familiar in your graveyard and special summon them to your field. Also, if you special summon with this effect, then during this turn, if you would tribute summon a monster in attack position, you could treat this face-up card and those monsters special summoned by this effect as 2 tributes each. This is really nice support. You could tribute summon like 2 monsters, 2 extra monsters with that, and I think it works really well. No, though, I feel like this card and Straight Familiar might very well be a card that, like, if a deck focuses a lot on tribute summoning monsters, I think it might very well be one of these sorts of things where you could just add it in, splash it in, add a cat to your life. Who's ever done that? Who's ever gone out of their way to add a cat to their life? Apparently, everyone who has a tribute summon focused deck now. Stray Assembly, normal spell card, requirement, send one spellcaster monster from the hand to the graveyard. Effect, draw one card. Also, if your graveyard contains a combined total of 2 or more Stray Familiar and or Lucky Familiar, then you draw one card. This is like a better version of Mystic Dealer as a spell card. It's a stronger version of Mystic Dealer as a spell card. Does this mean Mystic Dealer gets cut? Who knows? We'll find out soon. I probably wouldn't cut him though. He's been there from the start. I ain't taking him out now. You'd have to take me out before I take him out. Is that a threat? No, it's a promise. And the normal spell card for us cat lovers. Stray Familiar Signal. Normal spell cards. Requirement none. Effect, choose up to 3 face-up spellcaster monsters you control with an original attack of 0, and they gain 1400 attack times the number of face-up monsters your opponent controls until the end of the turn. Then you can choose 1 recovery first in your graveyard and set it to your spell and trap zone. I think it's really good. I think it's really terrific. In all honesty, for like if you have like 3 of them, and your opponent's also got 3 monsters. That's like 3200 attack. What could they possibly have on their field that would have an attack higher than that? It's really strong. I swear, 0 attack strategy is definitely going to be some big thing now. We can have relinquished in Rush Duel, but it's okay because now we got cats. For the trap card, Stray Familiar Jealousy, normal trap card, requirement. When your opponent's monster declares an attack, if a Stray Familiar or Lucky Familiar is in your graveyard, or if your face-up monster being attacked is 0 attack, negate that attack, then you can change the battle position of the monster being attacked. If you change, then inflict 200 damage times the number of monsters your opponent controls. It's alright. It's defensive though. Because obviously, if you just use Stray Familiar Signal, you're going to have them all in attack position. It's probably a 3-of just for that. If you really want to run the deck like all pure and stuff, it's probably a 3-of just for that. Like if you're not just using them as like some sort of tribute engine, it's probably fine to have it as a 3-of. Otherwise, like if you're not doing anything like that at all, probably just none or even 1 if you really wanted to. And then we got reprints, and it's cool reprints too. Seven's Road Magician, Seven's Road Witch, Seven's Road Mage, Curse Stray Familiar, Recovery First, Dark Revelation, and the Ship of 7 Treasures. Really cool. Really cool. That's real neat. Seven's Road Magician is a common. Wowee! Is what I would probably say. Instead, when I saw it, I thought, nah, that's pretty good, I guess. Not really much of a reaction to it. Seven's Road Mage is not a secret rare though. That's pretty cool. That's all clap for Seven's Road Mage. I'm not going to clap on camera. Nah, you want to see something that's really cool though? I'm going to save the best for last. I think it's the best, in my opinion. So instead, we're going to go backwards order now. Because in Mega Pack 2, it obviously is just based on like the 7's characters. But for some reason, out of nowhere, Beast Gear World is getting a sequel. Apparently, Mad Max is now becoming Mad Max 2. Because now we got True Beast Gear World Conqueror Legion. Level 7 Earth Beast Warrior effect monster, attack 2500, defense 1800. Requirement, send 1 other face-up Beast Warrior monster you control and send it to the graveyard. Effect, this card gains attack equal to the original attack of the monster sent to the graveyard for this effect requirement until the end of the turn. If there is a card in your field zone, then you can choose 1 monster your opponent controls and change its battle position. Really nice and forceful, and also really strong too, because it can just buff itself massively if it really wanted to. Bear in mind as well, there's a lot of Beast Warrior monsters that exist in the game with like 2400, 2300, 2500 attack. So of course you tribute that, then you can have him up to like 5000 attack. Plus then all the other buffs from your field spells too. So you got the buff from the field spell and the debuff on your opponent because of the field spell. Crazy stuff. It gets better, you know. I think Beast Gear World actually deserved this support though, to be honest. Why is it Megaro Pack 2? I don't know. But it's alright. It's alright in my book. True Beast Gear World King Devil Con. Level 7 is Beast Warrior Effect Monster, attack 2400, defense 1500. Requirement, choose one other face-up Beast Warrior monster you control and send it to the graveyard. Effect, choose one face-down card your opponent controls and destroy it. But during this turn, you cannot attack with monsters except Beast Warrior monsters. He's really strong. In Beast Gear World anyway. I haven't played the deck in ages. But I remember you like getting rid of those little guys, like for the bigger guys. They've also got a new field spell card. Post-Apocalyptic, Beast Gear World, Beast Overworld. Field spell card, requirement none. Effect, while this card is face up in a field zone, all face up Earth and Dark Beast Warrior monsters with an original attack of 1600 or more on the field gain 400 attack and defense and cannot be destroyed by effects. Wow, that is crazy. That is absolutely insane. Move over, previous field spell, whose name I've just forgotten. Move over. You're dumped. This new guy, post-apocalyptic Beast Gear World, Beast Overworld, move in. Move into my house and to my deck box, please. I feel for you. I think I love you. This card is the Shaka Khan of field spells for Beast Gear World. And you don't have the debuff on your opponent's monsters anymore, but who cares? 400 extra attack and cannot be destroyed by effects. Forget about the 400 extra attack and defense. Let's talk about the fact that it cannot be destroyed by effects as long as that's on the field. My gosh. It always reminds me of Fist in the North Star more than Mad Max. I know people want to say it's Mad Max, but I don't know, man. Fist in the North Star. I think it's sick anyway. We gotta be talking about Romin's new support. Star's Hand Director, level 2 light psychic effect monster, attack 500, defense 0. Requirement, during the turn this card is normal summoned. Effect, choose one level 2 psychic monster with 500 attack and 0 defense to your graveyard and special summon it to your field face up. During this turn you cannot attack with monsters except Omega Psychic or Psychic monsters. I think it's quite neat. Because she just recurs herself and others. And of course, she does not come alone. She comes with friends, and her friends also have the same stats as her. So it's recurring support, which means then you can just keep bringing them back with Star's Hand Director for more tribute summons. Next up, she's got another friend. Star's Hand Illuminator. Level 2 light psychic effect monster, attack 500, defense 0, requirement. During the main phase, this card is normal or special summoned. Effect, send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. If you control a face-up Vi-Friend, then you can choose up to 2 face-down cards your opponent controls and look at them. It's alright. Gives you information though. Maybe it's better than just alright. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. I mean, Yugioh does like information. But I'm thinking of the TCG. Rushdoll doesn't quite have information like that, yeah? Maybe this is the start of the information age. But what is a band without a roadie? Star's Hand Roadie. Level 2 light psychic effect monster, attack 500, defense 0. During the main phase, this card is normal or special summons. Effect, send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. If you control a face-up Prima Katana, the Shining Superstar, then you can choose up to 2 face-up monsters you control and have them gain 1000 attack until the end of the opponent's next turn. I think it's really good. I like that. I like that a lot. Just because I know Prima Katana already likes to buff herself and buff her friends. I like this card. Finally for Romin this week, we have Psychic Composition. Normal spell card, requirement, pay 500 life points, effect, choose one dark psychic monster with 0 defense in your graveyard and add it to your hand. If you chose Vi-Friend with this effect, then you can send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Gakuto's got support too, and it's quite cool support. Shield in the right hand, Level 4 Earth Warrior Effect Monster, attack 0, defense 1000. Requirement: during the main phase, discard is no special summoned. Effect: choose up to a total of 2 shield and sword, and or sword and shield in your graveyard and set them in your spell and trap zone. Then, if you chose shield and sword with this effect, then you can change the battle positions of up to 3 monsters your opponent controls. That's really good. You can just keep shuffling up their positions. That could be pretty good. Then we've also got sword in the left hand. Level 4 Earth Warrior Effect Monster, attack 1000, defense 0. Requirement: during the turn this card is normal summoned. Effect: choose 1 shield in the left hand in your graveyard, or 1 warrior null monster with 500 or less attack in your graveyard, and add it to the hand. I don't think it is as good as shield in the right hand, but I don't know, maybe like a one-off, like if you ever wanted to get back another shield in the right hand, I suppose. But it's okay, because shield and sword get a reprint, and so does sword and shield. And now finally, for the final news of the week, and it's easily my favourite one, because for whatever reason, I'm quite a bird lover. I just really like birds, and I like electricity, and I like Lightning Vault Eagle. Level 7 Light-Winged Beast Effect Monster, attack 2500, defense 2100. If you control a face-up level 7 Light-Winged Beast Monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Requirement: if you control a face-up Lightning Volcanda, effect: this card can attack twice this turn. I think that's really good. I want 3 of it. I want 10 of it. I want it in my bloodstream. I think he's really good. And in fact, if you notice, with all the support this week for Lightning Volcanda, my gosh, he is like the most prettiest person on earth. He has become the president of beauty and grace, and I love him. I love him, and I'm glad that I have Overrush rare copies of him, because I feel like their price is going to go up soon, and that would bother me greatly if I couldn't get a copy of the original print. But I got them anyway. But I want Lightning Vault Eagle in Overrush Rare. I think you are beautiful and you are stunning. If we're going to be talking about electricity, who can forget the one and only Thunderbolt? But he's back. He's back in Pog form. No, he's back in support form with Thunderbolt, the Echoing Thunder. Level 7 Fire Thunder Effect Monster. Attack 2300, defense 1900. Requirement: during the turn this card is normal summoned. Effect: choose 1 level 7 Light-Winged Beast monster in your graveyard, special summon it to your field face up. Then you can choose up to 3 face up monsters your opponent controls and have them become light attributes until the end of the turn. I think you're really cool, and he really supports Lightning Volcanda. Lightning Volcanda's effect is all about attributes. So, if they all become light attribute on your opponent's field, then all you need to do is just discard another light attribute monster from your hands, which means you don't have to run all the different attributes anymore with Lightning Volcanda, because now you only need to run the one, which is what all his supporters got. So, when it says light attribute, you can just discard another light attribute monster, and you will be laughing for days because you've just dropped their attack and defense. Is this time for Darkness Crested Hawk to make an appearance at long last? Potentially. Maybe. 1 of, 2 of, 3 of? Probably a 1 of, maybe. I don't know. I just do not know. We will have to look, because the deck right now is probably filled to the brim with level 7 monsters. Especially when you got cards like Lightning Vault Kite, level 7 light, Winged Beast effect, monster, attack 2300, defense 1000. Why have I said all that like that? If you control a face-up level 7 like Winged Beast monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Requirement: if you have 10 or more cards in your deck and you control a face-up Lightning Volcanda effect, draw 1 card. You're really good and you are really pretty. I think I fancy you. That's what I like about this, the new support as well for this guy. All his new support seems to just special summon themselves from your hand, not even needing tribute summons anymore. I think that's really terrific. Because even if like even if you just tribute summoned Eagle, for example, because none of the special summons are dependent on Lightning Bolt Condor being on the field straight away, even if you just have Eagle, that's fine. If Eagle's on the field, everything else can get special summoned. And I think that's nice. I think that's the way to go, that it's not all about name dependency anymore. But we got to keep this PG now, because now we got some kids coming in with Flash Vault Chick, level 4 Lightwing Beast effect monster, attack 1200, defense 1000. Requirement: send one Lightwing Beast effect monster from the hand to the graveyard. Effect: draw one card. If you send a level 7 monster for this effect requirement, then you can send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. You're very cool. I would like to play football with you one day. This gets me stoked. It gets rid of a dead card in hand and then lets you draw another card. Lets you try your luck. That's nice. That's nice of Flash Vault Chick. Lastly, for the monsters, we got Spark Volteg. Level 4 Light Winged Beast effect monster, attack 0, defense 0. Requirement: shuffle one light monster from your graveyard back into your deck. Effect: during this turn, if you attribute summon a Light Winged Beast monster in attack position, you can treat this face-up card as 2 tributes. Then, you can add one Lightning Bolt Condor from your graveyard to your hand. That's a very good card. I think it just covers one of the weaknesses already of the deck, which is not having like a double tributor. But of course, if that's covered already, the deck's going to be really strong. I'm impressed. What forward thinking. Thank you, Egg. Although I do feel a bit sad now. In order to just special summon something, well, in order to tribute summon something, you gotta smash the egg. Oh, I feel a bit bad now. But I feel good though for seeing this spell card. Lightning Vault Charge. Normal spell card. Requirement: if you control a face-up level 7 Lightwing Beast monster. Effect: draw one card. If your opponent controls a face-up light monster, then you can choose one spell or trap card your opponent controls and destroy it. That's really good as well, because you will be forcing them to have light monsters. The deck is really good. I'm honestly impressed by how good this deck is coming out for Lightning Bolt Condor. I didn't think they would manage it. I didn't think that they were going to do something. I thought they were only going to do like 1 or 2 cards. But no, they've given him a full theme, and it is stunning, and I'm just here for it. Honestly, I wouldn't even want to be a Visco girl right now, because a Visco girl ain't gonna build this deck. Finally, we got a Lightning Bolt Condor reprint. But that's okay. I'm just shocked. I'm amazed. I'm actually really amazed by how good this deck is looking. I'm not gonna lie, of all like the new like decks to build from Mega Pack 2, this one is probably the one I'm most looking forward to. Just because I've waited for so long for a proper Winged Beast Birds deck to come. I know we've got Pigeons, but let's be real, Pigeons have just they've not had support at all. It's likely a dead deck now. At least for like a good while. Like, unless the Pigeon and Go Rush duels again, if at all, I don't think we'll be seeing Pigeon support. But this makes me happy. And I'm glad it's so good looking too, both in effects and artwork. But that's all the news though we've got this week. Until next time, Gucci Gang, keep it 777. That's stunning artwork, that. I can't believe it. I looked at the picture the other day and I said to myself, oh, that's well wicked. And I showed my mum, and my mum said the same thing. She said, oh, that's well wicked, that.